Please welcome 5th graders Tyler Malafie and Cassidy Weed, who will raise the flag this morning. Standing with them is Fred Knight, Crooked Billet's former facilities coordinator. Please welcome 5th grader Joey Scheimer, who will now lead us in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Students, please be seated. Good morning, families, staff, students, and honored guests. Welcome to Crooked Billet Day 2014. My name is Kelly Sendel, and I am the proud principal of this wonderful and historic school. While every school has traditions, which are handed down from class to class, year after year, Crooked Billet Day is a day unlike any other. For many years, this grateful community has paused to remember the proud patriots who made the ultimate sacrifice in defense of liberty's blessings. This tradition teaches our students respect for the past and helps them link that past to the present. We are proud that Crooked Billet students not only enjoy first-rate academic and social programs, but also a commitment to learning the responsibilities of citizenship in our country. Our children understand the importance of tradition and culture and embrace the opportunity to celebrate it. And so, on this Crooked Billet Day, we look to the future as well as the past. American revolutionary Thomas Paine wrote, "It is not in numbers, but in unity that our great strength lies." Those words are as true today as they were in 1776, because we all know that the unity that is America springs from one cause, freedom. Thank you all for joining us, and again, welcome to Crooked Billet Day. At this time, I would like to introduce the special guests who have joined us today. Please hold your applause until the name of each guest in every group has been introduced. Representing the Hatboro-Horsham School District Administrators, Dr. Curtis Griffin, Superintendent of Schools, Ms. Monica Taylor, Assistant Superintendent and former Crooked Billet Principal, Mr. John Nodecker, Assistant Superintendent, Mr. David Weber, Director of Curriculum, Mrs. Susan Vates, Director of Curriculum, Mrs. Dawn Tucker, SAP Coordinator, Mr. John Kircher, Principal, Keith Valley Middle School, Mrs. Karen Cantor, Principal, Simmons Elementary School, and Mr. Stephen Glaze, Principal, Hollowell Elementary School. Can we give them a round of applause? Okay, representing the Hatboro-Horsham School Board, we have Miss Marge Lauder. Representing Hatboro officials, we have Mayor Norm Hawks, the Mayor of Hatboro, Mr. John Zigmont, President, Hatboro Borough Council, Mr. Bill Tompkins, Vice President, Hatboro Borough Council, Mrs. Diane Hagley, Assistant Hatboro Borough Secretary, Mr. Robert Hagley, Member of the Hatboro Council, Mr. Martin Palmer, Member of the Hatboro Borough Council, Mr. Fred Zollers, the Borough Manager, Chief James Gardner, Hatboro Chief of Police, and Mr. Joseph Redding, the Fire Marshal. Representing municipal and government officials, we have representing State Representative Thomas Mert, Nancy Williams, and we have Senator Stuart Greenleaf, who is going to come up to the microphone and present Crooked Billet with a resolution.
Well, thank you very much. It's a real pleasure to be here again today. And Nancy Williams representing Representative Mert. We both have a citation, a resolution that was adopted by both the Senate and the House recognizing this day. And in fact, 2 days ago, I rose on the Senate floor and asked that Crooked Billet Day be recognized and discussed a little bit about it. And so it's part of the record of the Senate. It's on the statewide cable TV all about Crooked Billet Day. And we actually have people here, adults here, who were students and celebrated Crooked Billet Day several decades ago. But it's all about the children and the lessons they learn about history and about their heritage and about their country and their state. So it's a wonderful tradition, and we're both pleased to be here today and to participate in it. And we both would like to present it to your principal. Thank you.
Thank you. Representing the Crooked Billet Home and School Association Board, we have Mrs. Becky Patineo, our President, Mrs. Dolores Forget, our Vice President, Miss Yvonne Jackson, our Secretary, and Mrs. Sue Miller, our Treasurer. Representing former Crooked Billet and Hatboro-Horsham staff members, we have Mr. Fred Knight, our former facilities coordinator, and yesterday on Crooked Billet Day was his birthday as well. And representing Hatboro-Horsham School District staff, we have Mrs. Maureen Bailey and Mrs. Margaret Stebner. On Crooked Billet Day, our students wear colonial attire and are also known as Crooked Billet dandies. Please listen carefully to the words of this song, which explain it all. Students, please stand. Thank you, Crooked Billet students. Please be seated. As our students have taken their seats, fourth graders Sarah Schmann and Miriam Worley will now present their essays that explain the significance of our Crooked Billet Day celebration. So please welcome Sarah and Miriam to the microphone.
What Crooked Billet Day means to me. Crooked Billet means so much to me. It's the best school ever. I love coming here every day to learn new things. To begin with, let me tell you how it all started. It all started with John Lacey Jr. and his 300 men who started stealing guns and gunpowder from the British leaders Simcoe and Abercrombie and their 850 men. When they found out, they declared a sneak attack on April 30th, 1778. The problem was it took too long to get there, so the battle was on May 1st, 1778. Sadly, we lost the battle because we did not have enough men, guns, and gunpowder. The results were 20 men killed, 58 missing, and 8 wounded. Also, on Crooked Billet Day, we have many traditions. Let me tell you what they are. Some are raising the flag and singing American songs like Hats Off to Crooked Billet School and Crooked Billet Dandies. Another tradition is the 5th graders dance the Virginia Reel. As well as, we all dress up in colonial clothing on Crooked Billet Day. The boys wear tri-cornered hats, belts, buckled shoes, black pants, and white socks. The girls wear bonnets, dresses, aprons, and lace. I feel like I am one of the colonial girls when I am in the dress. Finally, that's why Crooked Billet means so much to me. I love coming here because I see my friends and teachers.
My name is Miriam Worley and I love Crooked Billet Day, so I will tell you about it. To begin with, Crooked Billet Day's history is exciting. There are 3 very important people in the history of the Battle of Crooked Billet. There's General John Lacey Jr., the American general, General Abercrombie, whose troops attacked Crooked Billet from the west, and General Simcoe, whose troops attacked Crooked Billet from the east. Now let me tell you about the day of the Crooked Billet battle. That battle happened because the people who were loyal to the King of England and who lived north of Hatboro were bringing wagons of supplies such as food to the British soldiers who were staying in Philadelphia. But the American soldiers intercepted the wagons and made them give some of the wagons that were supposed to go to the British to them. So the British got very mad and decided that the British soldiers would sneak up on the American soldiers at night on April 30th, 1778. But the British were delayed and did not get to Crooked Billet until May 1st, 1778, very early in the morning. General Lacy had men on the lookout, and when he saw the British soldiers, they fired. But the British fired back. Some of the lookouts did not make it back to Lacy to tell him the news in time. Soon the British were close to the Americans' camp. General Lacy decided that because they had no ammunition, there was only one thing to do: run. So they scattered into the woods. And when they came back, they were able to regroup so they could fight the next battle. At the Battle of Crooked Billet, there were 26 American men killed, 58 missing, and 8 wounded. So the Americans lost that battle, but we still went on to winning the Revolutionary War. Today we celebrate Crooked Billet Day. When we celebrate Crooked Billet Day, there's a lot to do. First, we have to learn all the songs. Some of the usual songs we sing every year are Crooked Billet Dandies and the Star-Spangled Banner, and a surprise song that's new every year. This year, that song is America the Beautiful. There are 3 very important things the 5th graders get to do. First, 2 of them raise the flag, then 2 of them place a wreath on the monument, and last, all of them dance the Virginia Reel. So that's what we do for Crooked Billet Day. In addition to what we do to celebrate Crooked Billet Day, there is a reason and a meaning behind it. What Crooked Billet Day means to me. Crooked Billet Day is very exciting. There are many fun things to do, like bringing on activities, and that is enjoyable and a good time, but people tend to forget what Crooked Billet Day is really about. But I do not do that. I know that Crooked Billet Day is really about the fight for freedom and the amazing, courageous people like General John Lacy Jr. and his soldiers that helped make our country. That's what Crooked Billet Day means to me. In closing, my name is Miriam Worley, and I love Crooked Billet Day because of history, how we celebrate, and what it means to me.
Great job, Sarah and Miriam. Can we give them one more big round of applause as they return to their seats? The Crooked Billet family will now share what Crooked Billet means to them by singing our school song. Students, please stand. Thank you, Crooked Billet students. Please be seated. Andrew Pataglia and Sarah Petineo, both in grade 5, along with our bagpiper John Boyd, will lay a wreath at our monument commemorating the Battle of Crooked Billet. Thank you, Andrew, Sarah, and John. 5th grade students Wadner Simon and Emily Miller will now share their feelings of pride for our school and what Crooked Billet means to them. Wadner and Emily, please come to the microphone.
What Crooked Billet means to me. Crooked Billet means a lot to me because we have an amazing assembly and magnificent field day, and the one and only Crooked Billet Day. To begin with, assemblies at Crooked Billet are magnificent. One of many fantastic assemblies was the laser light show. I thought that was a blast because we got to dance, see lasers everywhere, and the room was as dark as the night sky. Another memorable assembly is the Walnut Street Theater. The group put on good plays that taught us lessons. What I really think is cool is Acceptance Day Assembly. It's nice that we make sure we accept everyone. One unforgettable Acceptance Day Assembly was when the visitors came and played music from all around the world like you heard. Another reason Crooked Billet is great is because we have an awesome field day. My favorite part about field day is having no work that day. We get to play the entire day and have fun. I'm looking forward to being a captain this year because I can help my team come in first and have fun with them. I really like the afternoon of the field day because we do water activities. Mr. Duffer and Mr. R spray us with water as cold as ice. Sometimes they dump a giant bucket of water on us. Last but not least, my favorite part about Crooked Billet Day is our special Crooked Billet Day. My favorite part is the Virginia Reel. I like it and I'm looking forward to dancing later today. On Crooked Billet Day, we dress up in colonial clothes because our unique school was built on a battleground. After the celebration, the grades below 5th grade tried to do the Virginia Reel and act out the battle Crooked Billet at recess. Hence, that is why Crooked Billet means to me. We have amazing assemblies, a magnificent field day, and last but not least, the best Crooked Billet Day.
What Crooked Billet means to me. To me, school is more than just a place we go every day to learn. It's a place where memories are made because of the teachers, field trips, and special events. One great memory that will stay in my heart forever are the teachers at Crooked Billet. They brighten my day like the sun brightens a dark and gloomy sky. I will never forget my kindergarten teacher, Mrs. Kircher, who always made up silly songs to welcome us into the classroom each day. I am Mrs. Stoddard in 1st grade, and I remember I was so excited when I got to bring Tom the Turtle home to my family. Mrs. Reed was my 2nd grade teacher. She was very compassionate and sweet. In 3rd grade, I had Mrs. Williams. She got us ready for our first year of the PSSAs. My 4th grade teacher was Miss Locke. She would always blame me if anything like the smartboard wasn't working in a funny way. But most of all, I won't forget Mrs. Hood and Mr. Duffner. They worked us so hard getting us ready for KV. Mrs. Hood's caring smile would always brighten my day. Mrs. Hood would always push us to do our best in the nicest way. Class with Mr. Duffner was always unpredictable. At one moment, Mr. Duffner will be telling us about his dog. The next, he'll be teaching us about the Civil War. Another memory that will stay in my heart forever are the field trips. My most unforgettable field trip was in 2nd grade when we went to the Philadelphia Zoo. It was a cold, dreary, and rainy day, and our bus got lost, so we were 30 minutes late. Nevertheless, I loved looking at all the incredible animals. Another unforgettable field trip was Crystal Cave in 3rd grade. Right when we got there, it began to thunder and lightning. Other than that, Crystal Cave was a beautiful night. Sierra Nature Center in 5th grade was also a really cool field trip. I love looking at all of the microorganisms. I'm also looking forward to the field trip that the 5th graders go on, such as College Settlement Camp and Grand Park. Another memory that will stay in my heart forever are the special events. One special event is Field Day. Field Day is where everyone wears tie-dye shirts, goes outside, and has a groovy time playing all of the activities. Another special event is when we sing songs at our end-of-the-year concert that Miss Welch does a great job directing. The most unique event is Crooked Billet Day. On Crooked Billet Day, we dress up in colonial clothing and sing colonial songs like the Star-Spangled Banner and God Bless America. Although my days at Crooked Billet are coming to an end, I treasure every moment as a Billet Beaver even more because of the teachers, field trips, and special events. The words to our school song speak my words. Crooked Billet, you are the best. Yes.
For your enjoyment, the Crooked Billet students and the Colonial Choir will sing America the Beautiful. Students, please stand. Colonial Choir, please report to the microphones. Thank you, Crooked Billet students and Colonial Choir. One of the most memorable and enjoyable milestones for our students before entering Keith Valley Middle School is their dance performance on Crooked Billet Day. Please welcome our 5th graders, accompanied by several young ladies from 4th grade, who will perform the Virginia Reel.
Everybody forward back. Forward and back once more. Once around with the right elbow. Now the other way back with the left elbow. 2-hand swing. Everybody with a no-see-no. Head double sashay down. And sashay down. Cast off. Now make that arch. Pass through. Back to your place. And everybody forward and back. Forward and back again. Right elbow. Now the left elbow. 2 hands down you go. Down the no-see-no. Head double sashay. And sashay back. Cast off. Now make that arch and raise it high. Pass through. Back to your places. Now everybody forward and back. Once more. The right elbow. And the other way back with the left elbow. 2-hand swing. Everybody do-si-do. Head couple sashay down. And sashay back. Cast off. Now make the arch and pass through. And back to your places. Everybody forward and back. Once more, up and back. Once around with the right elbow. And the other way back with the left elbow. 2-hand swing. Now the no-see-no. Head couple sashay down. And sashay back. Cast off. Arch it high and pass through. Everybody forward and back. Once more, up and back. Once around with the right elbow. And the other way back with the left elbow. 2-hand swing. Now the no-see-no. Head couple sashay down. And sashay back. Cast off. Arch it high and pass through. Everybody forward and back. Once more. Once around with the right elbow. And the other way back with the left elbow. 2-hand swing. Now the no-see-no. Head couple sashay down. And sashay back. Cast off. Now make the arch and pass through. Back to your places. the right elbow. And the other way back with the left elbow. Two-hand swing. Now the do-si-do. Head double sashay. And sashay back. Cast on. Arch it high and pass through. And bow your partners off.
Thank you, fifth graders. Great job.
On behalf of the Crooked Billet Elementary School family, I would like to thank you for coming today to join in our celebration. A special thank you to a few people and a few groups of people. Our Crooked Billet Home and School Association, Mr. Jim Verdor and the Keith Valley Middle School Jazz Band, the Keith Valley Boy Scout Honor Guard, Mr. John Boyd, our bagpiper, Mr. Fred Knight, who assisted with the flag raising and also the bagpiper on the monument. The girls on the run of Crooked Billet who planted all these beautiful flowers yesterday afternoon. The Crooked Billet Day Committee, and also including Mrs. Jessica Welch, Mr. Drew Rodabaugh, Miss Betsy Vecchione, Mrs. Sienna Healy, and Mrs. Lynn Troutman. Also, a special thank you to Mr. Mike Lombardi, Mr. Keith Beck, and Mr. Ernie Williams, who were out early this morning setting everything up. And a very special thank you to our fifth grade hosts and hostesses, Christian Bardsley, Zaire Ches, Michael Forget, Anisha Kumar, Claudia Meck, and McKee Walker. So can we give them a special round of applause? And most importantly, a very special thank you to our staff and students for making Crooked Billet a wonderful place to work, learn, and grow. To conclude this morning's program, we will close with the singing of God Bless America. Immediately following this song, our students will process out and back into school.